Good morning, Year 3. Welcome to Monday's maths lesson. I hope you all had a great half term and you were able to have fun and stay safe. And welcome back to your home learning. And we're going to kick things off with our maths lesson for today. And there's two sheets you need, which are the sheets on the screen now. You either need these two sheets here or these two sheets here. They're both very similar. Okay, and if you want to get active and get your brains moving and ready to get back into the swing of things, then you can click on the link below and you can have a move to our Super Mover song. Otherwise, let's carry on. So you know the drill by now. You've got your 5 minutes for your 5 a day. So pause me now and off you go. Okay, let's go through the answers then. So 530 take away 22. Well, I know it's column subtraction, so I need to start in my ones. And 0 take away 2, 0 take away 2. Can I do it? No, I can't, so I'm going to need to knock next door, steal one away. And that leaves me with 2 left over here. So now I can do 10 take away 2, which is 8. 2 tens take away 2 tens leaves me with 0 tens. And 500s take away nothing is 500s. Well done. So 508. Right, 214 add 729. We start in our ones, 4 at 9, or you could do 9 and count up, 10, 11, 12, 30. So we put our 3 here, and remember my bonus one, my extra one goes under the line of my tens column, the next column that I'm adding. So 1 10, add 2 tens is 3 tens, add another one below is 4 tens. Remembering to cross it off once you've used it. And then 200s at 700s is 900. So well done if you got those. Next one, I wonder what method could we have used to help us work out the missing gap of 493 add something is 626. You did good if you said it was inverse. And when we're doing inverse, we're doing the opposite here of adding. So what's the opposite of adding? Yeah, it's subtracting. And what numbers am I going to subtract? Am I going to do 493 take away 626? No, because remember the biggest number comes first when we're taking away. So we're going to do 626 take away 493. So I start in my ones and I can do 6 take away 3, which is 3, 2 take away 9. I can't do, can I? So I need to knock next door, steal one away. That leaves me with 5 left over here. 12 take away 9 I know is 3, and then 500s take away 400s is 100. So you should have gotten 133. Right, next one, 42 times 3. We did this a little while back in maths. So remember, we start in our ones. So we do 2 times 3 first. So 3, 6. So we put our 6 here. Then we move into our tens and we do 4 times 3 or 40 times 3. So 4 times 3. 3, 6, 9, 12. And because we're not timesing anymore, we can put our 1 for our 12 in the equal sign. So you should have gotten 126. And then 64 divided by 8, count up in your 8s until you get to 64 or sing the tune, 8, 16. Or you might have done something different, but you should have gotten 8. So well done if you managed to get all of those correct. Super duper. So our learning objective for today then is I can add lengths of the same measurements. We're going to be adding different lengths, but they're going to have the same measurements. So centimetres, we're going to add to centimetres, millimetres to millimetres, and metres to metres as well. So we've got 3 shiny things we need to do today to be super shiny mathematicians. One of them is I can add 2 or more lengths together. The second one is I can find efficient ways of adding numbers together. So we're going to look at different ways to add numbers. And the third thing is we're going to make sure we're presenting our work neatly. So if you're up for a quick starter, you can click on the link below and you can have a go at your number bonds to 10. Otherwise, let's carry on. So I've got my question here. Benji got a toy truck and toy car for his birthday. When he measured the toy car, it was 63 millimetres long. When he measured the toy truck, it was 26 millimetres longer. Question 1 is, how long is the toy truck? Well, I should probably go through and underline all the key information. So the key information, Benji got a toy truck and toy car? No. What about the toy car was 63 millimeters long. That's important. And the toy truck was 26 millimeters longer. So if I'm figuring out the toy truck, how long it is, if it's 26 millimeters longer than the car, am I going to be adding or subtracting? Yes, I'm going to be adding, aren't I? And what two numbers am I going to add together? Yes, I'm going to add together 63. And I'm going to be adding 26 because it's 26 millimeters longer. And remember, it's one number per box. And then I'm going to use a ruler to draw my equal sign. There we go. So starting in our ones then, 3 add 6 is 9. And 6 tens and 2 tens is 8 tens. Well done. Am I done now? No, silly Miss Waterhouse, I've not tell you 89 what. So the truck is 89 millimeters, isn't it? Millimeters. There we go. Question 2 then. What is the total length of both the truck and the car? What do you think I'm going to be doing here? Yeah, I'm going to be adding what two numbers? I'm going to add the car, which is 63. So I'm going to put the car, which is 63. And I'm going to be adding it to the truck, which is 89. So this time I'm doing 63, add 89. And then I'm going to get my ruler and draw my equal sign. There we go. Oh, can't fit it in on the bottom. There we go. Okay, so 3 add 9 then I know is 12. Carry my 1. And then 6 tens add 8 tens is 14. Add 1 is 15. Put my 5 then. Because we're not adding anymore, I can put my 1 in my equal sign. But I'm not done now. I've got to say it's 152 millimeters. So I need to make sure that I'm setting it out one box per number. I've got my measurement as well, and I'm making sure I line it up in the correct place value column. So here you can see that I used column addition, but that's not the only way that we can add. There's more efficient methods that we could use that aren't column methods. So I wonder if you can have a pause and see, do you know any other ways that we can add numbers together? Pause me now and off you go. Okay, so one of the methods that we could use is compensating. So that means if a number is near a multiple of 10, we can round up or round down. So for example, if we were adding the number 9, we might choose to round it up to 10 and add 10 and then take away 1 later on to make it easy to add. We might choose to do bridging, where we count on from a number. We might choose to do number bonds, which a lot of us do, where we know which number bonds make 10 and we work it out that way to make it easier. Or we might decide to do partitioning, where we add the 1s, then the 10s, then we add both of those answers together. So there's some different ways we can use without the column method. So let's see if we can maybe use some of them as we go through. So let's have a look at this question then. The year 3 desk is, so the year 3 desk is 112 centimeters long. The year 4 desk is 48 centimeters longer than the year 3 desk. How long is a desk in year 4? So what two numbers are we going to be using? We're going to be using 112 and 48. And what we're going to be doing if it's longer, bigger, we're going to be adding them together, aren't we? So for this one, instead of using the column method, I'm going to use my partitioning skills, or I might actually use a bit of partitioning and number bonds, because I know if I take my 1s, that 8 add 2 equals 10. And then if I look at my 10s, I can go and see that 40 add 10 is 50. And then if I go into my hundreds, well, this one doesn't have any. Oh, and this one's got 1. So we've got 100 equals 100. So I've done a bit of my number bonds knowledge here, because I know that makes 10, and then some partitioning here. So now I've partitioned it, I've got to add it all together. So now I've got to do 100, add 50, add 10. So I know that 100 add 50 is 150, add 10 is 160. But we're not done yet because it's 160 centimetres. So a desk in year 4 is 160 centimetres. So now let's have a look at question 2. So the year 5 desks are 10 centimetres longer than the year 3 and 4 desks combined. How long is a year 5 desk? So the year 5 desks, they're 10 centimetres bigger than what a year 3 and year 4 one are together. So we need to find out what the year 3 and 4 ones are together, and we need to find out what 10 centimetres longer than that is. So we need to take the year 3 desk, and we know that the year 3 desk, they said is 112. So we know it's 112. We need to combine it to the year 4 desk, which is, we said 160. And then whatever answer we get, we need to then add 10 to. So I want you to see if you can pause me now and have a go at working it out on your own, and then we'll go through them together. So pause me now and off you go. Okay, welcome back. Let's go through the answers then. So 2 add 0, I know is 2. 110 add 6 tens is 7 tens, and 100 add 100 is 200s. So year 3 and 4 desks combined make 272 centimetres. But that's not how big a year 5 desk is, because the year 5 desk is 10 centimetres longer than that. So I now need to do 272 add 10. But do I need to do the column method, do you think? Should I go through all of that? No, let's not do that. Let's use my counting on. So I know that I need to do 272 add 10. So let's count on. So 272, 273, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82. So it's 282. But not just that, 282 centimetres. So the year 5 desks are 282 centimetres. So well done if you managed to work that one out. Let's have a look at the next one, shall we? Okay, so here we've got Ron, who builds a tower that is 14 centimetres tall, and Jack builds a tower that is 27 centimetres tall. Ron puts his tower on top of Jack's tower. How tall is the tower altogether? So Ron's, his is 14 centimetres, isn't it? So his is 14 centimetres, and Jack's is 27 centimetres. And if it's all together, that means we've got to add those two numbers together. So I wonder if you can add those two numbers together without using the column method. Maybe you might want to count on from 14 till you get to 27. Maybe there's some number bond knowledge you can use. You might even need to partition. So pause me now and see if you can figure out that one. What do you reckon? What answer are you going to get? Okay, welcome back. I think I'm going to partition. So I'm going to start with my 1. So I'm going to do 4, add, how many ones over here? Oh, there's 7. And 4 add 7, so I can do 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I'm going to look at my 10s. Well, over here we've got 1 10, so that's just 10. And over here we've got 2 10s, and 2 10s are 10, 20. So 10 add 20 is 30. And now I need to take those two numbers and add them together. So 11 add 30 equals 41. But it's not just 41, it's 41 centimetres. It's 41 centimetres tall. Well done if you got that. Okay, year 3, I think you're ready to have a go at the first 2 activities. So for the first activity, you're just going to find out what the total height of the towers are. And for the second activity, you've got some children who've taken part in a swimming event. You've got to tell me how far did each child swim in total. So for Leon, you need to add his first swim together to his second swim to find out his total swim. For Matthias, you're going to add his first swim to his second swim to find out how far he swam. And then using that information, you're going to tell me who swam the furthest, And then I want you to have a go at telling me what was the total distance swum by all 4 children. So you're going to have to add all 4 of their totals together. And I'll give you a hint or a helpful tip. Try not to add all 4 together in one go, because sometimes you might make a little mistake. You might want to add Leon and Matthias together first, then Grace and Bella together, and then take those 2 answers and add them together to see how far all children swam. So pause me now and have a go. Good luck. Okay, welcome back. Let's go through the answers then. So the first one, the height of Tower A is 150 metres tall. The height of Tower B is 80 metres tall. How tall are the 2 towers all together? So you should have done 150, add 80, and I've chosen my column method for this one. So I'm going to do 0, add 0, which is 0, well done. 5 tens and 8 tens, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Put my 3 here and my 1 underneath. And then 100 at 100, which is 200. So you should have gotten the answer as 230. What? Flying monkeys? Bananas? Meters. Well done. Meters. Our next one then. Sarah builds a Lego tower that is 87 metres tall. Tim builds a tower that is 52 centimetres tall. What is the total height of the 2 Lego towers? So for this one, you should have done 87 add 52. And you might have chosen to partition it. I might partition this one. So I'm going to do 7 add 2, which I know is 9. And then I know that this got 8 tens is 80, add 5 tens, which is 50, 80 is 50. Well, we can go 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130. And then add those 2 together, 130, add 9 is 139. So your answer should have been 139, and this time it was centimetres. So well done if you got both of those. Okay, let's have a look at what number 2 was then. So you need to find out how far each child swam. So for Leon, his first swim was 123 metres and his second swim was 56 metres. So if we add those together, we can find out how far he swam. So 3 add 6 is 9. 2 tens and 5 tens is 7 tens. And 100 and no 100 is 100. So he swam 179. But what did he swim in? Meters. So we need to say meters. Right, Matthias, his first swim was 84. His second swim was 96 meters. So we can add those together. And I'm going to use my number bonds knowledge and my partitioning. So I know that 4 add 6, well, that equals 10. And then I'm going to add my 10s together. So 80 add 90. And 80 and 90, oh, let's see. So we can count on, so we could go 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170. And then take both of those and add them together. 170, add 10, and that equals 180. So Matthias, he swam 180 meters. Let's have a look at Grace next. So her first swim was 102 meters. Her second swim was 69 meters. So I can add them together. And I think I'm going to do some compensating for that one. And by compensating, I'm going to choose to round this down to 100 because that's near 100. So instead of doing 102 at 69, I'm going to do 100 at 69. And I know 100 at 69 is 169. But now I need to go back and make sure I add that too. So now I can do 169, add 2, which equals 170, 171 meters. And do you see how easy it was? You've just got to remember that if you take 2 away here, you've got to add the 2 back on. So Grace swam 171 meters. And finally, Bella, she swam 92 metres for her first swim and 47 metres for her second swim. So let's do 2 add 7 we know is 9, and 9 add 4, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So she swam 139 metres. So now we can use that information to see who swam the furthest. So who had the biggest distance? Well, that would be Matthias, because he swam 180. So we can put in that Matthias swam the greatest distance. And then the last one then, what was the total distance swum by all 4 children? Now I'm going to use my helpful hints, and I'm going to add together first Leon's score and Matthias's score. So I'm going to do 179 add 180. So I know that 9 add 0 is 9, 7 tens add 8 tens, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then 100 add 100 is 200, add another one is 300. So I've worked out what those two are. I'm then going to work out what Grace's and Bella's was. I'm going to work out what Grace's and Bella's was. So I've gone 171 add 139. So I'm going to do 1 add 9, which I know is 10. 7 and 3 is 10, add 1 is 11. And then 1 add 1 add 1 is 3, so 310. And now what I can do, because I've made it easier and broken it down into 2 different steps, I can now just pluck those 2 answers together and work out what the total is. Because if you did a massive one where you had 4 all in one column addition, it's likely you're going to make an error, or you might make a mistake doing something or miss something out. So by breaking it down into working out 2 different sections, I can just take those 2 answers and add them together, and that's a lot easier, and I know I'm less likely to have made a mistake. So I've taken 359 from this answer, and I'm adding it from 310 to this answer. So let's see, 9 at 0 I know is 9, 5 tens at 110 is 6 tens, and 300s of 300s is 600. So the total distance was 669 meters. So well done if you got that correct. Super duper job, year 3. Okay, let's have a look at this question. Tommy needs to travel to his friend's house. He wants to take the shortest route possible because he doesn't have to walk for ages. He doesn't want to go for ages, otherwise he's not going to go. So he wants to take the quickest route to get to his friend's house. So we need to figure out which way he should go. So there's 2 routes. You've got, I'm going to colour it in, you've got blue route, which is route A. And then I'm going to give it red route, route B. So there's 2 different paths he can take. We need to figure out what the shortest route is for him, because we don't want him to be walking for ages, do we? We want him to get there nice and quickly. So what you need to do then is you need to work out how long route A is going to take him, how many meters, and how long route B is going to take him, how many meters. So for route A, you're going to need to do 14 add 57, 14 add 57. And for route B, you're going to need to add those 2 together. So you're going to need to do 34 add, what's the second one? 23. So I wonder if you can have a quick go at working out which one's the shortest. Pause me now and see if you can figure it out before me. Off you go. Okay, let's go through then, see if we've got the same one. So 14 add 57. Well, I think I'm going to, what might I do? I think I might partition that one. So I'm going to do 4 add 7, which is, I know by now because I've done it before, it's 11. And then 10 add 5 tens, which is 50, is 60. And then I can do 60. 11, taking those 2 numbers together, is 71. So route A is taking him 71 meters. Let's have a look at route B. Let's partition this one as well. So let's do 4 add 3, which is 7. Let's take 30, add 20, because 3 tens are 2 tens, 30 add 20, and that equals 50. And then take those numbers together, 50 add 7 equals 57 meters. So whose route is the shortest? Which one's he going to go? He's going to choose route A, isn't he? So he's going to choose route A, or route 1, because that's going to be the shortest. Oh no, sorry, I'm looking at the longest way. He's going to take the shortest way. That's route B, isn't it? He's going to take route B. And if the question instead asked you, or maybe there might be 3 routes, if it asked you the longest routes, that's when we'd say, that's where I jumped the gun there, that's where we would say it's route A. Okay, so now that we've had a practice of that one, I want you to see if you can have a go at this one. This time there's 3 routes, A, B, and C. See if you can work out which way Jenny should go. That's going to be the shortest route. And as an extension, which way is going to be the longest route for her? You can write your number sentences down here and see if you can work it out. You can work it out using column addition, bridging, compensating, partitioning, number bonds, you name it. Have a go. Off you go. Okay, welcome back. Let's go through the answers. So for route A, you should have done 56, add 8, add 23, and the answer you should have gotten is 87 meters. For route B, you should have done 38, add 66, and you should have gotten 104 meters. And for route C, you should have done 15, add 58, add 8, and you should have gotten 81 meters. So whose was the shortest route? Which one's the shortest? It is route C. And which route is the longest? Well, route B is the longest. So well done if you got both of those. Okay, final step then, we need to look at our reasoning. So you need to tell me which one of these is the odd one out, and you need to convince me. So you need to show you're working out and then tell me who is the odd one out and why. Prove it, be convincing. Pause me now and off you go. Who's the odd one out? Okay, welcome back. Let's see if we can go through the answers. So let's work out what the totals are for each one. So for A, we need to do, what do we need to do? We need to do 354, add 15, add 232. So I think that I'm going to do column addition for this one. I'm going to do 354, and I'm going to add 232. So 354 add 232, and let's see what answer I'm going to get, shall we? So let's make sure I've got my straight lines, because remember it's all about neatness as well. So I know that 4 add 2 is 6. I know that 5 tens of 3 tens is 8 tens, and 3 hundredths of 2 hundredths is 5 hundredths. So 586. But now I need to take the answer, don't I? I need to take 586, and I need to add what number? I need to add 15. So now I need to add 15. I'm going to make sure I've got my lines. Here we go. Okay, so 6 add 5 is 11. And then 8 tens, add 1 10 is 9 10, add another 10 is 10 tens. And then 5 hundredths at 100 is 600. So for A, you should have gotten 601 centimetres. Right, now we need to work out B, and I'm going to choose a different colour. Let's do red. Let's do B. So for B, we're going to be doing 437, add 144, add 10 this time. So I think I'm going to use column addition to work out this one, and then we're going to do something else. So I'm going to do 437, add 144. Make sure I'm using my straight lines. There we go. So starting in my ones then, 7 add 4 is 11. Well done. 3 tens had 4 tens is 7 tens, had another one is 8 tens. And then 4 hundreds and 100s is 5 hundreds. And now I need to do 581, add 10. And I know 581, 591. So for B, I should have got in 591 centimetres. And I'm just going to show here that we did 581 add 10, so that we don't show that we haven't done it. And then for C, I'm going to choose one final colour. Let's choose green. For C, then we need to do 461, add 39, add 91. So we need to do 461, and let's add 39, making sure I've got my straight lines for my equal sign. Okay, so I know that 1 add 9 is 10. 6 add 3, 6 tens add 3 tens is 9 tens, add 1 is 10 tens. And 400 and 100 is 500s. And now I can do 500, 500 add 91. 591 is 591. So C is 591 centimetres. So if I was to write my answer then, I would say which one is the odd one out? A, B or C? It's A, isn't it? So I'm going to say A. Oh, change that. So I'm going to say A is the odd one out because, and remember it's very important that we say why. So A is the odd one out because it equals 601 centimetres, whereas both B and C equal 591 centimetres. So there's my answer. If you've got something similar, as long as you said that A is the odd one out and told me because it's got a different answer from the other two, that's absolutely fine. So well done if you worked out your reasoning. Okay, Year 3, I hope that you enjoyed today's maths lesson and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye, Year 3.